Today, we're going to be hearing the story of Mordecai. So please sit back and enjoy.
Hi, my name is Mordecai. I'm 33 years old, and I'll be talking about my experiences on Bureau Chat and also real life. I could start off from scratch. I went through a lot of things in life, and it made the person who I am today. So I could start off with my childhood, basing off the things that happened to me when I was a child. It's not the things that happened with my family, it's more about when I used to go to school, I would get bullied and all those sort of things. So my whole life, I just been just bullied, and I feel like when you get bullied, it makes you a stronger person. It makes you realize that people are, I don't know, it's more like it's not important after you get older. It's more like it changes you who you are. And it's more like it gets you to a certain point in time where you just want to make yourself better and just stay quiet and show people that, you know, you could be a real strong person. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of people could change if there's bullying in their life. There's people that, you know, will suicide themselves or they will do drugs. Bullying could actually just like fuck you up really badly. But I took the different route.
Let's dive a little deeper on what you went through. What's the worst experience of bullying you can remember?
I will get hit a lot when I was a child by a lot of like kids and stuff like that. Especially when I was in middle school, I would just get bullied and people would steal from me, stuff like that. Um, I just like went through a lot of hell when I was in school, and I feel like it made me a stronger person that I am today. So that's my experiences when it comes to bullying.
If you could go back and change the way you were bullied, would you allow it? Or would you fight back? Or would you not change a thing and keep who you are now?
I feel like I wouldn't change anything at all because once you get bullied, you could actually be a stronger person. It depends on your mindset, to be honest with you. People could take it to a route where they uh, um like suicide themselves or start shooting people. Like we have a lot of school shooting. You don't know what that person went through. Probably they got bullied, you know? So there's a lot of things that people do when they get bullied. But like I said, I took a different route and I started leveling up in life, and that made me 100 times stronger than what I used to be. It made me the man that I am now, which I'm grateful for. So there should be like a message to people that get bullied and shit, and let them know that there's different ways to just get out of that situation. If they get bullied, you know, they could actually go work out or do things to better themselves and just ignore the bullying. Even though if they get bullied, you know, later on in life it's gonna get better. Trust me, that shit could get better. Uh, I know a lot of people get bullied. There's no one out there that doesn't. You know.
How did you cope with being bullied? Was it on VR chat or was it in other ways?
I cope. I coped in a different way, not in VR chat, but like in VR chat, I'm pretty chill. I don't like drama or anything like that. But in the real world, I feel like if you ignore everything and you don't allow yourself to get bullied, I think everything will be better. You don't have to have friends or anything. You could be alone and you could actually do better things for yourself, like work or work out or just distract yourself from thinking about getting bullied, because a lot of people when they get bullied it stays in their fucking head. And I feel like people should not worry about it too much. I feel like it's just a mind game, and just focus on yourself and level up in life.
Do you think that they should fight back against it or just allow it to happen and
It totally depends on the person. If they want to fight back, they can. I don't say they should, but you know, that's totally up to that person. To be honest with you, but I feel like if you get bullied, whatever, um, it's really gonna make you strong. I'm just saying, you need to get bullied in life for able to be a stronger person in this world. Because if you don't, you're gonna be thrown around in real life. Especially if you get older and older, you're just gonna be a softie. It's better to get bullied.
coming off that, what was your experience with drugs, kind of slash alcohol? What have you been through?
I experienced that. I was in the wrong circle, especially when I was with an ex a long time ago. She used to do a lot of drugs, so I was presented to drugs when I was with her, and I started doing Xanax, lean, a drug, but you know, I was doing all those things at that time, right? So it was just a habit, and especially when there was drugs, I was drinking as well. So it was just partying every fucking day. I'm not gonna lie, it will get me broke every single time I get a check. Like when I used to have a job, I used to be broke all the time because I was clubbing all the fucking time. So the habit of having the bad circle just makes you really fucked up. It's just sad in a way.
Yeah. What is your worst experience with alcohol? What was the overall worst thing you can't remember?
Yeah, like I said, the regret thing. I don't regret anything in life. It's more like experiences that you have when you start growing. So when it came to alcohol, it was more like I would buy bottles, like big bottles. We're not talking about the small ones. We're talking about the big ones, the 1.75 liter ones. I would just down it and just drink and black out all the time. I would get blackout drunk and also throw up every single time I would drink. Like that was my fun all the time. So that's my experience to alcohol. I feel like people shouldn't be doing that. It's horrible. It's a horrible experience. You start getting adopted to it and you start getting addicted to it. It's not good.
Okay, and you said you took a lot of Xanax and things like that. What was your worst experience with drug, or does that coincide with alcohol?
It will make you lazy and fall asleep. That's all I'm gonna say. It will just get you fucked up in general.
Okay.
That's what Xanax do to you. Yeah, it will make you happy, but also it will get you really fucked up.
Okay.
It's not good. Yeah.
I remember you mentioning a girlfriend and hanging out with a wrong kind of crowd. What were your relationships like growing up? How many have you been in? What unfolded in those?
I've been in so many relationships. What I can tell you is some girls want to play around, some girls want to just have fun, you know? Feel like my first relationship was just like a play around. She didn't take me that serious. It was more like she wanted to have so much fun in clubs and stuff like that and do drugs and not care about me. That's how things are in life, and then you start like figuring out things when it comes to relationships. It makes you a stronger person when it comes to relationships. Based off in every relationship I was cheated on, or they just didn't want to be with me no more, and that's nature pretty much when you're in a relationship. But it does make you a very strong person when you go through a lot of heartbreaks. It makes you uh like figure out things from your past relationships, and when you're in a actual relationship in the present, you get those errors that you had in the past and make it better for the next person. You know, if someone cheats on you, just let her go. if if that person does anything stupid or wants to be very toxic, just let her go. So you experience all the things from the past and make it better for the present. So you won't go through the bullshit that you went in the past, because that's gonna make you have a heartbreak, cry, or think about suiciding yourself, or be obsessive with that person. You don't want to go through all that. You want to eliminate all the bullshit that you went through, what you went through the past, and make it better in the present, and for the next person that you're in a relationship with. You don't tolerate bullshit or anything. You just go with the flow. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You move on. That's it.
So would you say overall in these relationships, they have been bad? They have made you more emotionally intelligent?
Absolutely. Also, you want a person that would actually care about you, and also not worry what you're doing. It's more like focus on yourself and work really hard for able to provide for that person. If they're okay with that, that'd be cool. You know, there's some girls that don't want a hardworking man. They want them to be in the house every single fucking day, and that's not the case. You want that guy to actually do the most money and get everything together for able to have a good future for that person. So that's how I feel.
Moving on from that, have you ever had any relationships like long distance or over VR chat?
No, it's more like IRL. Yeah,
Do you think you would ever date in VR chat, or is that a no-go zone for you?
it's not a no go for me. Any female on here would do anything for anything. So like, I'm not about that. Maybe there's a 1% chance that, yeah, there's maybe a 1% chance that there's a girl in this game that's actually genuine, but what I've seen on here is not really realistic.
You say what you've seen on here. What have you seen on this game? Different girls, guys, and scenarios?
Yeah, different girls. Yeah, different girls just cheating on guys on here, or just going around everywhere just for attention. I'm just saying that because I've seen it all, you know. But there is a 1% of girls that actually is genuine with the guy, and they actually love them, and they stay together and they see each other in real life. I've seen it. It it could be a good thing, but you know, 99% of the girls on here are just hoes.
Do you think that's the nature of this game? Because it's online, you can just block and move on.
Yeah, just move on, and it's not really realistic. It's more like there's no consequences into their actions when it comes to this game. It's not real life, you know. It's just virtual reality. It's just a game, you know. So they're not gonna care what they're doing. It's more like they want the attention and stuff like that. And remember also, some of these girls don't have jobs, or they're in disability, and you know, they don't get the attention that they want in real life, so they come in here to get the attention, and it's understandable.
Moving on to a little more similar topic. Inside of VR chat, there are these VR families. I know they can work out, but have you seen some of those?
Well, there's a lot of users on here that actually talk about their families and they're not happy with them, or also they got molested or something happened, and they're not really connected with their families because of that reason. And also they just open up a lot in this game because they need to talk to someone. But at times it could be really, really bad because not a lot of people want to hear that. It's too negative. When people talk about their negative stuff about family members and stuff like that, you know?
And just to kind of like clarify, we are talking about real families, then they project their family problems onto this game by making a family on here. Staying on this similar topic of family, how is your relationship with your family? Are you kind of like really close with them, or do you not really get along with them and kind of keep your distance?
I have a good family. I had a very good experience with my family. I have nothing to say about them. It's been a great journey with them, you know. Um, I'm already older, so they're just relaxing, you know. They're doing their own thing. But until this day, I still talk to my family. I provide for them, and also I talk to them every day. So I'm very close with my family, especially with my dad and mom.
Yeah. Okay. It's always nice to hear people having a great relationship with their families. Like you said, a lot of times people have really piss poor families that treat them like trash. So like I said, it's very refreshing to hear you and your family are so close and get along.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was great hearing about the positive experiences you've had with your family. Let's move kind of more onto a negative side of your life. So the structure of this game allows for a lot of pedophiles to run free. People who go for underage kids. So I was wondering, have you ever seen anything like this personally?
I've seen it a lot, especially when guys are just like, in general, a lot of guys don't pay attention to the age in here. It's more like they pay attention to the avatars that are made by creators. They're sexy, you know. So obviously, guys are very attracted to that. So they don't see the consequences when they're actually hitting on the 17-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 13-year-olds. But also, they actually like that. So my experience from that, my God, there's so many, you know, and the fact that they don't care, they don't care if they get with a younger person on here because there are no consequences to their actions on here, which I wish there was, you know. And also not like people are not paying attention to the people that have VR chat families and they're like 25 years old or 30 years old and talking to a 15, 13-year old calling them daughters or sons. I feel that shit's really weird in general. I don't care what people say. I feel like people should actually react to that and say, what the fuck are you talking to that minor? I'm just saying. And people are gonna hate me out for this, but you shouldn't be having a VR chat family that you think you have on here. Fuck no.
So do you feel like that is a gateway for people over the age of like 30 to get with kids and be able to get close with them in a creepy way over time?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I feel like they're like children. I don't give a fuck what people say. I just feel like that's wrong. You can't be telling a 13, 15, 17-year-old, oh, you're my son or you're my daughter. I feel like that's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're coming from, you know? Like, it's just like, I feel it's like a way for them to kind of get close to a kid and, like, just, act like it's their father and, like, kind of govern over them.
Yup. And I've seen them cuddle them and stuff like that. Yeah, no, it's not good.
I understand what you're saying and kind of where you're coming from. It's a surefire way for these like weird adults to get close with children and maybe harm them in some type of way. Moving kind of off that topic, this game can seem so negative. So, what keeps you playing it? Why do you stay here?
Okay, so there's a negative side of VRChat and there's a positive side of VRChat. I keep it on the positive side. I ignore the negatives. Whoever likes the negative, you could be over there. But the positive side, you could actually talk to people and actually conversate with people. And you could find good, genuine people on here. It's just that there's some people that just make it so toxic on here and start drama for no fucking reason. I don't understand why is there drama on the game. It's just a game. It's not real life. It's not realistic. People gotta stop with that. It's more like stay positive and nothing is gonna happen to you.
I think people just forget that it's a game. This isn't real life. And are projecting their real life fantasies onto this game.
Yes. Yes. We could say it's social and a game. So people won't get pissed off of that because there's some people that debate that as a social life you know app. It's not really a game, but I feel like it's both, to be honest with you.
Thank you for listening to Mordecai's story. More like it are going to be coming out soon. So please, have a nice day.